Shalom Yashrali Yahweh, the brother Malak. I'm back with a biblical breakdown. Just lying. I know it's called land backing, but I call it lying backing. You know, I'm too creative, like my Father that dwells in the fourth and third heavens. But lying backing, it's called land backing, but lying backing. Off this one brother's breakdown. He's going into the destruction. When they shall say peace and security, because they have basically, I'm going to say soothed. They have soothed the minds of you NPCs. And who are you NPCs? Well, it's you regular, degular, dwelling Americans. And they have soothed you with you know, your Donald Trumps and whatnot, making you think that he's going to bring peace and security. But as the prophecy states, sudden peace and security, there shall it be destruction. And that's roughly paraphrased. So let me grab the exact scripture. When they shall say peace and security, then shall there be sudden destruction. What is that prophecy? Because there's never going to be peace. Ultimately, it's never going to be the peace that you humans imagine. The only one who's going to bring that peace is Hamashiach Yahawashai, the one y'all ignorantly called Jesus. He's going to bring the total peace. As long as you have these deceivers putting on the show, so to speak, it's going to always be nonsense. It's going to always be turmoil somewhere, some way, because this is how this devil got control anyway. He got control through bitterness, so he's going to go out with bitterness. Thus says the prophecies. Thus says the scrolls. But I was going to grab it, but I'm not going to grab it. I just roughly paraphrased it. When they shall say peace and security, then there shall be sudden destruction. Because Yahweh doesn't want peace here. He doesn't want peace for this place. We keep telling you, man, the prophets, the apostles, we keep telling you and warning you that Salah. Keep warning you and telling you that America is cursed land. And all of the places that's like it. It's cursed land. It's cursed. It's cursed by iniquity. It's cursed by sin. This place rewards sinners. How about that? This place rewards sinners. So meanwhile, they done soothed you and smoothed you out with who you people wanted in office. And now everybody thinks peace is coming. But we shall see. So just lying backing off of this video. I know it's called land backing, but I like lying backing.
Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory.
And I only say that because of Judah. The tribe of Judah, the Judites, the kingdom of Judah, the lion. Revelations 5:5.
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakai Pradash. All blessings, honor, glory, and power be unto the Heavenly Father, whose name is Yahweh, through his only begotten Son, our Lord and our Savior, whose name is Yahweh Shai. And double honors to the apostles and the elder bishops, our great millstone who taught me his truth. And salutations to the elect scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. My name is Amawan Gabar, and I'm back with another lesson. Lord willing, is quick, edifying, straight to the point, in transit, on my way to work. And Lord willing, it is quick, fast, straight to the point. Now, there was an article that I had screenshotted yesterday. I didn't, I was meaning to put it up in the community post, but I ended up not, forgot or whatever, but it's from the CNN military. It says, stockpile medication, baby food, nappies. It says NATO members, Sweden and Finland, advise citizens on how to survive war. What type of time are we in? What time are we in? Where are we at in prophecy? We in a time of war. All right, we in a time of war. We in a time of Yahushua visiting this place. You have nations outside of Babylon warning their citizens to prepare for war. While you have America who ain't warning Jack S-H-I-T. You know, they're busy entertaining their citizens and keeping the wool over their eyes.
You know, that's Babylon's specialty. Bread and circus. Bread and circus, bread and circus, bread and circus. Now, don't get it twisted. The bread is good and the circus is live. The bread is good and the circus is live, but at the end of the day, this place is we tend to say that this place is wrapped up with all of the wicked kingdoms in one. Persia, Babylon, Egypt, all of the wicked kingdoms that that came before this kingdom. It's all wrapped up in one. But one of the things they really tend to lean on is the bread and circus. The same bread and circus that the Romans and the Greeks had in their society, in their kingdom, the bread and circus. You know, the gladiator games and et cetera, et cetera. And those games today would be your sports, outings, even the other distractions that they have, you know, your reality TVs, your reality shows. Really, technically, everything in general is bread and circus. Really, it's to keep your mind off of the real thing. And excuse my background, Yashrala Yahweh. You know how that go. You know when you bring out the prophecies, the scrolls, the spirit, it's always some noise. It's always some distractions. But the truth is going to prevail regardless. You know how I always say, every time you get ready to blow the dust off the Bible and open up the books and open up the scrolls, it's always some distractions, always some noises, always something trying to stop the word. But it won't. It won't this time. So bread and circus, man, that's what he was alluding to with all these distractions and whatnot. So we'll let him continue.
While these nations are preparing for war. But here it is, there's no excuse because the prophets are out there.
And the killing thing about it, bro, Yashrala, Yahweh, the tribes, and for you agents and you lapdogs that's listening and dialing in, this is how, this is how you know that it's always abound by Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, or just abound or what's the word I'm digging for? This is how you know you're doing the greatest thing on earth, because it seems like The Dominion's always trying to stop it. Dominions always try to stop the word. Oh, he's, you know, how Satan has to get on his job. And the demons, they got to get on their job too. Everybody got their lot, their role. So whenever you bring out these scriptures and scrolls, is always distractions, but you can be doing it. Nothing. I'm telling you, the minute you're doing nothing, the minute you're doing jack, split, nothing, no noises, peaceful. The minute you open up the Bible, the minute you open up the book, tap into the spirit realm, get back in Godhood and God mode. Here comes the noises, distractions, and blah, 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 yeah. But you can't stop the word Hasatan.
We're out here, Avaratazad, the Lord's prophets, bringing out the truth. Peeling that wool back, the deceptions and lies. But the masses ain't hearing it. They're not going to get it. They're not going to hear it. So they can't say.
The masses are not hearing it at all. You still have these imbeciles. And they can be anywhere on the internet, but they'd rather be under your socials, spewing garbage to you, talking about who they ignorantly call God is not real, or who they ignorantly call Jesus is not real, or the angels are not real. They can be anywhere else on the web, but they'd rather be under your socials or dwelling in your space, so to speak, trying to tell you that Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah is not real. So yeah, these people are idiots, man. Idiots. And it gets to a point where it pisses you off, really. It really does. It gets to a point where it pisses you off. This is why we won't be feeling sorry for you 2/3. When that's certain destruction, you know what? I'm going to grab the prophecy too. I'm going to grab that. I'm glad that came out, because that's the spirit. Spirit brought that out, and that is in, I believe that's in Romans. What is that? Romans. See, the Proverbs are Romans, but I'm thinking Romans. Go to the book of Romans. I think that's Romans 1. I believe it's in Romans 1. Could be in Proverbs. Yeah, that's in Proverbs. Salat Yashra. That's in Proverbs. The book of Proverbs, the wisdom of Solomon, the dear beloved king, the wisdom of Solomon. I believe that's Proverbs 1 on down. Yeah, so that's perfect. So, yeah, Proverbs 1 is perfect for the lesson. Salachia. Salach. They will none of my counsel despise my reproof. Yeah, so Proverbs 1 is perfect for this lesson. So we'll let him continue.
They didn't know, because we were saying it, we were warning, we were blowing the trumpet. So when the destruction comes, it's going to come upon them suddenly here in America, because they weren't expecting it. All right, so nations are warning their citizens and advising them on how to prepare for war. All right, because war is not just, well, we know according to the scriptures how it says in Isaiah the 9th chapter that this war will be a burning and fuel of fire. But even before that, the Third World War, you're going to have certain wars taking place already. Civil wars, all right, war over food, famine, war over famine, class wars, certain race wars, things of that nature, droughts, economic collapse, and things of that.
Yahweh willing, the elect and the 1/3, we're going to be protected in those times and days by the angels, by the Rakak Kadash, the UFOs, in which Esau calls them. They're going to be swooping down, protecting the elect, Yahweh willing. They're going to be swooping down, doing marvelous things in those times and days. The supernatural, or as Esau calls it, the supernatural, but the spiritual realm will be turned up 1,000,000 watts. The spiritual realm will be turned up 1,000,000 watts when these prophecies come down the pipe, hot and ready.
Nature. All of that is getting ready to take place. So Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter, which I'm just going to quote it, it says, under the sun, pretty much under the sun, there's a time and a season and purpose for everything under the sun. A time of war and a time of peace, a time of love, a time of hate, a time to born, a time to die. What time are we in? Alright, we are in a time of war. We in a time of all hell getting ready to break loose.
Salachia. Salach. Now the thing is, man, people want peace. But what people fail to realize is that the power of the Bible, he doesn't want peace for this place. Once you lock in and understand that, then you realize what's at play. There will never be peace until the Israelites are free and back where they belong, within their borders. That's what you gotta know. That's what you gotta know. So there's never going to be, peace to the extent of what peace can actually be. As far as when Hamashiach, Yahushua comes, and the Israelites return to their borders, and the prophecies, well, the latter end of the prophecies commence. That's when you humans, you mortals, will experience peace. And I'm speaking of the heathen, because that's really who wants the peace more than not. The Gentiles, those that's in well, I'll take that back, because you have 2/3. So 2/3, they're lost in the sauce too. But the 1/3, the elect, we know that there's not going to be peace. And really, we don't want peace, because that goes against it goes against prophecy. I'm just going to call a spade a spade. I'm just going to keep it 100 with you. I'm not going to lie to you, man. The one who you call Jesus Christ doesn't want peace for this place. Sorry to tell you, you silly Americans and the rest of you silly citizens of other nations. Yahushua doesn't want peace. He doesn't want it, because this place it's bound to be destroyed, because it's wicked. It's ruled by wickedness. There has been a lot of wickedness that has been done and that has not been accounted for. Like I said all the time, the Israelites, we're not back home within our borders. You still have all of these wicked things going down all throughout the lands, all throughout the world. Injustices, wickedness, criminal intents, and criminal activity. So there will never truly be the peace that you mortals yearn for and desire for. That peace is only going to come when Hamashiach Yahushua returns with the elect of the nation of Israel, and when the nation of Israel is home within their borders. That's when truly peace will commence. And roughly, you can say after the 1,000 years, because you nations are going into captivity for the sins of your fathers and foremothers and et cetera, et cetera. But for the most part, is peace, because the one that created everything is going to be back on the land in full glory. Luke 12:49, just to prove the point, so you won't think I'm just lying. Luke 12:49, it says, I am come to send fire on the earth. This is red letter. I am come to send fire on the earth. And what will I if it be already kindled? Dropping down to verse 51, Luke 12, New Testament, red letter. New Testament, red letter. Luke chapter 12, verse 51. Suppose ye that I am come to give peace. Man, you can't make this stuff up, man. You can't make this stuff up, man. It's just too phenomenal. Phenomenal. I can't even get the word out. Phenomenal. It's too phenomenal. Phenomenal. I'm lying more in the heck out of that word. Phenomenal. 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 It's too phenomenal. And that's and regarding the way how these prophecies line up, regarding how we're able to break these prophecies down and filter them out through the current world. It's truly phenomenal. We're truly, I believe, the prophets coming back in our lots. Regeneration. But Luke 12:51, suppose ye, this is red letter, New Testament, Luke chapter 12. It says, suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth. Ain't this what Donald Trump is basically being the forefront of peace? Did you see what they spewed? Oh, this went out, that went out, that stopped, that stopped. Donald Trump did all of that when he came in office within first week or 2 weeks, trying to push that peace look as if he, came in and fixed everything. Now on the surface, I mean, that's cool, man. I likes it on the surface of things, but in the depth of things, we know the truth. We know that there will never be peace. Yahweh Shai Mashiach just told you, suppose that ye that I am come to give peace on earth. I tell you no, but rather division. Jumping back up to Luke 12:49, red letter New Testament. I am come to send fire on the earth, and what will it if it already be kindled? So he's alluding to, as long as the wicked is in authority, there's going to always be basically calamity, basically destruction, basically division. And as long as you have these different doctrines of Babylon running rampant, there's going to always be division. Some type of woe, some type of calamity, some type of division. Luke 12:52, reading on down, it says, red letter, New Testament. It says, for from henceforth there shall be 5 in one house divided, 3 against 2, 2 against 3. The father shall be divided against the son against the father, the mother against the daughter against the mother-in-law against her daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And we've seen this prophecy play out, bro. That is, man, it's intriguing, man. It's intriguing how these prophecies line up. We've seen this all play out with the Donald Trump versus Kamala Harris. Was it not fathers-in-law versus son-in-law and mother-in-law versus daddy-in-law, whatever, and fathers versus brothers and sisters versus this and that? With this Donald Trump versus Kamala, some wanted Democrat, some wanted Republican, or voted Republican, some voted Democrat. Did we not see that? And we're going to continue to see that when more prophecies, heavy prophecies, finally line up and hit. When these food shortages, when these famines, when these pestilence, we're going to always be prophesying somewhat. Well, it's not even somewhat. We're going to always be prophesying doom and gloom. We're going to always be prophesying doom and gloom, because doom and gloom is set for this kingdom. Doom and gloom is set for this society. the one you ignorantly call God and Jesus, they condemn this place. They don't like this place. That's what you silly Americans and you silly citizens of other nations don't grasp. The powers, the righteous powers that be in the heavens, they don't like what's going on the earth. I'll say that again. The righteous powers in the heavens of heavens, they don't like what's taking its course on the earth. They don't like it. And this is why we, the prophets, the servants, the apostles in this time and era, we prophesy doom and gloom. You will hear that. You will hear them say that that's all y'all talk about is doom and gloom, gloom and doom. Go get married. Go have some children. The favorite one they like, go get a job. The other one they like to say, go get some money. Because they don't want their little facade to crumble. But what you have to know, what you gotta know, what you gotta realize is that Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai is not happy with this kingdom. He's not happy with this society. That's just what you gotta know. Luke 12:52, for from henceforth there should be 5 in one house divided, 3 against 2, 2 against 3. The father should be divided against the son, and the son against the father, the mother against the daughter, daughter against the mother-in-law against her daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And he said also to the people, when you see a cloud rise out of the west straightway, ye say, there cometh a shower, and so it is. And when ye see the south wind blow, ye say, there will be heat, and it come to pass. Ye hypocrites, I love this verse right here. Ye hypocrites, you can discern the face of the sky, so you can tell when the storm is coming, but you can't tell when these heavy prophecies are about to roll in, when this devil is about to get rid of cash, get rid of this current monetary system and bring in the mark. You can't discern that. You can't discern how these devils are trying to what is it? Well, we'll go with demasculize your men and over sexualize your daughters. You imbeciles can't see the evil that's working, that's playing out. Luke 12:56, you hypocrites, you can discern the face of the sky of the earth, but how is it that you do not discern this time? And that's what he was getting at. Basically getting at, contextually, he was talking about the things that were taking place in that time, but you can use that as in today, twofold, threefold, multiple fold. These prophecies, they go multiple fold. So Luke 12:49, I am come to send fire on the earth, and what will it if it already be kindled? Dropping down to verse 51, suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth? I tell you no, but rather division. And it's going to be like that until his great and second return. Because, like I said, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, is not happy with America. He's not happy with this society. He's not happy with, in fact, America is Babylon. It's going to be judged. And all of the places like it. And Israel is going to be clinked out too. He's not happy with that place either. They over there having sodomite parades every year, defiling the Holy Land. Salak. You got all type of sodomy going down here in America. Then they push the sodomite spirit everywhere. Everything is just wicked and backwards, man. Yahweh Shah is not coming to send peace. That's just what you got to know.
Trump gave the green light for Ukraine to bomb Russia, to keep on attacking and keep going at it with Russia. A lot could happen within the next month and change before the New Year's come in. Before the New Year 2025 come in, a lot can happen.
I'm glad he said that too. And then these demonic holidays, you imbeciles, you NPCs, you think it's just regular. You know, you look at it as a regular thing, in which that's, on the surface of things, that's cool. I want to gather with my family and friends and blah, 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 and eat and drink and mirth and mirth and mirth. And we get it. I get it. Been there, done that. We get it. But what you have to know on the depth of things is that these holidays, they are connected to paganism. Not only are they connected to paganism, this holiday that's coming up is about the slaughtering of the northern kingdom. Thanksgiving is about the slaughtering of the northern kingdom. They literally slaughtered the northern kingdom, the Israelites. Tribe of Simeon, the tribe of Ephraim, the tribe of Gad, the tribe of Reuben, you Seminole Indians, Taino Indians, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, even to the Mexicans. They literally slaughtered and took the land. And then they turn around and make you celebrate it and call it Thanksgiving after they broke 700 treaties. Bloodshed, rape and violence. See, that's the depth of the things. That's the depth. That's what people don't want to talk about. And it's wicked. Those were Israelites. So this is why Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai will always be at odds with this place. He will always be at odds with this current kingdom that's ruled by yours truly, which is Esau, Edom, Idumea. The whole Bible condemns this nation. The whole Bible condemns the way of this nation, the ways of this nation. So, yeah, we're going to always be prophesying for the most part about gloom and doom, because the Bible talks about doom and gloom for this place. Just is what it is. And then when you live in a wicked society, the Bible is going to condemn the wicked. So it is what it is. Or the Bible is going to condemn wickedness. Either or.
Lord could really turn things upside down. You know, and everything is in place for that to happen. You know, Trump out here talking a whole lot of jazz, as if he's already president. You know, he's pretty much saying everything that's against how Babylon have set things up to be. As soon as he was selected to be the new president, all these nations started talking peace. But there ain't gonna be no peace. The Lord is not with peace.
Slock, I just told you that. I just gave you the prophecy on that. Yahweh Shai himself, out of the lion's mouth himself, Luke chapter 12, red letter, New Testament. There will never be peace until the Israelites go back home to their borders. Not only that, until the Israelites get recompense and compensation. So it will never be peace. Until those things happen, don't count on peace and security. I mean, you may have it to where, you got a little peace and security as far as, right now. But I'm speaking of on the grand scheme of things, on the grand scale of things. There will never be really peace on earth. There's going to always be this happening, always be this going on. This over here, that over here, this over here, that over here, until really Yahweh really brings in the prophecy full throttle to where he really just shakes things up and just destroy things. Until we have one of those, COVID-19 events. You know what happened in 2020, how the world stopped. When Yahweh brings one of those again, and when he brings it again, it's going to be the real deal Holyfield. It's going to be the real deal Holyfield. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be it could be a pestilence again. But when Yahweh finally brings in the real deal Holyfield to get rid of Mystery Babylon, that's when you're going to realize that it was never no peace to begin with. This place was always condemned. So this place has always been condemned. And the people that run the place have always been condemned as well for what they have done throughout the ages and times and eras in life. This is truly the true gospel. See, this is that bitter that people don't want to hear. See, this is that bitter that offends people. And I'm really talking about the Israelites. This is why you don't want to understand and comprehend, because you don't like that bitterness. You like the sweetness. And that's just in life in general, right? That's life in general. People like the sweet, but they don't like the bitter. You know, the only analogy that's coming to me right now is a guy that's on the grind. A guy that's on the grind, and he's trying to come up. He's on the grind. You know, the women, for the most part, the women ain't gonna really want to be down with that while you on the grind. You know, and then when you come up, that's when all the women want you, want to be around. You wasn't with me shooting in the gym. You wasn't with me shooting in the gym. I had to get up multiple days, practices. I'm using this analogy because this kind of hits home a little bit, because I'm a sports guy. I'm an athletic guy, an athlete type of guy. But that's the thing. You wasn't with me shooting in the gym. You wasn't with me in them practices. You wasn't with me doing these drills and routes, etc. And as soon as I pop or blow, now you want to be around and whatnot. That's just the analogy I'm using. That's just how it goes with this word. People don't like the bitterness of the word. They get offended by it. They don't want to hear it. Oh, it's too much of this. Oh, it's too much of that. It's too much of that. But they want to hear the sweet. They love the sweet. They want to hear about the angels. They want to hear about Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach, and how the kingdom is coming, and how the crowns are going to be set, and how you're going to have this city and that city and this land. And you're going to have this perk and that perk and that perk. Immortality. The 144, this. They love the sweet but don't like the bitter. But you got to take the bitter with the sweet and the sweet with the bitter. You got to eat the whole roll, as the prophecy states. So there will be no peace. And the prophets will always be prophesying about doom and gloom. Because Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, he condemns this place. It's just that simple. That's just what you got to know.
Ecclesiastes 3rd chapter. He's with war right now.
Not just America, but all of the places like America.
He's with peace for the elect, but right now, he's about war.
Right, those are the only ones that get peace. His followers, his apostles, his prophets, his teachers, his people that fear him and that have faith in him. Those are the ones that get the peace. Those that fear him and have faith in him, those are the ones that get the peace.
So there ain't gonna be no peace, and that's
and security.
1 Thessalonians 5 says, when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction shall come upon you. You know, so all these nations that jumped on the Trump bandwagon, talking that peace talk, sudden destruction is right around the corner. And I truly believe that in my heart.
And don't get it twisted either. I mean, if I did have a dog in the race, my dog would have been Trump. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Ain't no way in hell I wanted to see Kamala in office. Sorry, not sorry.
My mind, you know, that sudden destruction is right around the corner. And when it does happen, ain't no turning back. Once the destruction happens, like the scriptures say, who could turn back a mighty arrow that's shot by a strong archer? Or an arrow that's shot by a mighty archer? Once it's shot off, once this thing gets rolling, there's no turning back.
So when the inauguration comes in, I'll be a happy camper. Just like most Americans, we're all going to be happy campers. Because we definitely, I'm just saying, If I had a dog in the race, my dog wouldn't be Kamala. It'd definitely be Donald Trump. So in the inauguration, when it goes down, we're going to be some happy campers. But still doesn't negate what I'm saying, and what the prophets are saying, and what the apostles are saying, and what the men of the Lord and the women of the Lord, for that matter, are saying. Yahweh is going to condemn this place, man. It's already condemned. It's already condemned. And this is why you see this place circling and circling down the drain. Biblical prophecies. We got to get up and live our day to day and go through the day to day motions. But you still got to have that in the back of your mind. That prophecy will commence.
So stay ready. So you gotta get ready when you go there.
So I'll end that with that. So Luke 12, and with all this being displayed and said, Salak, and all of these things happening, you still have idiots who just don't see it. Like, you just have idiots, NPCs, man. It's just the best way to describe them, NPCs. Job 12:16. Job 12:16. It says, with him strength. It says, with him is strength and wisdom. So the strength, the wisdom, the intelligence, this, yada, yada, it gives, all of that comes from Yahweh, the Ancient of Days. It says the deceived, here's the point, the deceived, you NPCs, and the deceiver are his, and the wicked. So the ones that's, the NPCs and the ones that's controlling the NPCs, Yahweh controls them all. Job 12:16. With him is strength and wisdom. To deceive and the deceiver are his. So that's just what it is. Romans chapter 3 verse 3. It says, for what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of Yahweh without effect? Yahweh forbid. So you can go around here all day talking about there's no God, on which you call him God, but there's no God. There's no y'all call him Jesus. There's no Jesus. There's no angels. There's no demons. There's no Satan. There's no spiritual realm. You can go along like an NPC thinking that, while all of these things are happening right before your eyes. NPCs, imbeciles, idiots. Romans 3:3 says, for what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief, their unfaithfulness, or faithlessness, unfaithfulness, faithlessness. I think that can go either way. Faithlessness, unfaithfulness. It says, for what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of Yahweh without effect? Yahweh forbid. Yeah, let God be true, Yahweh, but every man, woman, child, a liar. It says man, but woman, child for that matter as well. It says, but every man a liar, as it is written, that thou mightest be justified in your sayings, and mightiest overcome when thou art judged. So you idiots are going to continue to ignore. And it tells you that, and I'm gonna grab that too, about the days of Noah, how they were just being regular degglers, being NPCs. But you gotta have it though, man. Everybody can't be the main character. Everybody can't be the main characters. Everybody can't be the protagonist. Everybody can't be the antagonist. You gotta have the extras, the NPCs, just in the way to filter out, well, not so much filter out, but fill out the motion picture. So you gotta have the NPCs, you gotta have the extras, and that's what you people are. But the antagonist and the protagonist, the hero and the villain, we both know what's at hand. We both know what's at hand. Let's grab Psalms 14, one of my personal favorite scripture scrolls. It says, to the chief musician, a psalm of David, it says, the fool have said in his heart, his mind, there is no God, there is no Yahweh, and they are corrupt, evil, wicked. They are corrupt. They have done abominable works. There is none that do good. Usually people that don't believe in God, they are corruptible and do abominable things. Sodomites, sodomy, rapists, pedophiles, murderers. Even though there's a time and place for everything. If you just, if Yahweh then ordained for you to do the murder, then you're not you're not you're not doing righteousness. And I only say that because I know the Old Testament. I know the Old Testament like the back of my hand. And when Yahweh ordains everything. King David was a warrior. The mighty men were warriors. The Israelites were warriors. We're warriors. So if Yahweh didn't ordain it for it to happen, then you're being wicked because he didn't tell you to do so. So murdering and adultery, fornication, covetousness, robbery, thieving, all of these things are wickedness. And this is why you Israelites are not to do these things amongst one another. It says, to the chief musician, a psalm of David, the fool have said in his heart, there is no God, they are all corrupt, they have done abominable works. There is none that doeth good. The Lord looks down from heaven upon the children of men to see if there were any that did understand and seek God. They are all gone aside, they are all together become filthy. And that's societies, that's many societies of today. They are all going aside, they are all together become filthy. There's none that do good, no, not one. He was making his point in case, but you get it. Clearly there's some that do, that do good. Those are the elect, the righteous. And that goes the special number again. They go to number again. But, so it's amazing how these prophecies match up. Let's grab the Proverbs. So let's get into the book of Proverbs, the wisdom of Solomon. Wisdom of Solomon, Proverbs 1. Now end this and bring back part 2.